Hello my friends, and welcome to the Ultimate Challenge. It is episode 50. I gotta totally redesign my army for standard defensive setup. Oh, we have paratroopers now. And mountaineers. Interesting. Right, before we do anything else, let us reset our guys back down to standard strength. Okay, there we go. I do appreciate a strong gallant, but standard fighters can go back down to standard strength. Okay. Alright, so that's 32 slots out of 63, and I probably need to rearrange my heroes as well. Probably no longer require a torpedo bomber that's gonna just smash everything it touches. And we know that distraction doesn't work on aircraft. Time to pull reduced slots from Galland as well. The mission briefing mentioned that the skies were clear. So I'm pretty sure that means that we're going to be seeing some German aircraft. Not German, Russian. Okay, so this sort of looks like a multiplayer map where all the hexes are neutral at the start. So the enemy is obviously down here, here, and here. Which means that first things first, we've got to get established on the river. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 potential points of ingress. So that means at a minimum we are going to require 5 pioneers to defend. And probably 5 of each anti-aircraft gun. Or, well, I mean, not necessarily. I mean, my general defense strategy is to have one group of boat engineers in a front tile position, supported by an anti-tank gun and an anti-aircraft gun. And the only reason why I'm using anti-tank guns, because the anti-aircraft guns are actually superior to them in every way, is because they are significantly cheaper. That's the only reason. They're like 120 prestige, so if you lose them, who cares? Whereas these are about 200. Which, you know, I mean, it's still a case of, you know, if you lose them, who cares? But it's, you know, a bit more... It's a bit more severe. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... Yeah, because this is like 2 parts here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points of ingress, of which 1, 2, 3, 4 are separate, and then we have a 5th one here, where these 2 are right next to each other. So if we set up our bridge engineers at these points 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. We could then bring our main army to be here. There's an airport here as well, which would be an ideal place to set up shop. The quicker we secure it, the better. One thing that's... So, there are a couple of things I thought about, but neither of them would work. One thing is that you can transport infantry and small small guns like these. It's actually a bit of a mystery which ones you can and which ones you can't, but I know for a fact that these small guns can be transported. You can transport them by transport plane to an airfield as long as it's unoccupied. You don't have to own the airfield, it just has to not have anything there. Which means that you could, if you had any aircraft, put all your stuff in transports and then immediately dump it onto the front line at this airport and this airport. But you don't actually have any cargo planes in this mission, so that's not happening. Right, one thing I need, I think, is at least one more of these. It is kind of expensive. These are kind of expensive. Make no bones about it. Okay, the captured one is just straight up inferior. I don't have enough of that one spare to actually buy more of it, really. Right, what I need to do is mark probably doesn't need both of these, to be fair. I need to mark this one because it's my main, it's my core unit one. I know that this one's not disposable because it's a different type, but let's just give it the same color anyway. Okay. Alright, so these guys can assume their positions on the front line here, 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 and here, with main infantry and one of these up on the front here. Entrenchment killer, that's probably useless on this anyway. Entrenchment killer is quite useful on fighters because normally once you've cleaned away the enemy's air force, you can then set a fighter with entrenchment killer to work removing entrenchment for you. Okay, let's pull field repairs off this. Let's put leadership on one of these. I don't care if it dies, but if it survives, then maybe it will get some good experience. I think actually distraction on this would be really useful if I could get away with it. I guess I can't. Right, let's shuffle the old main gun back in. I'll need that with my main army. Oh, the old armoured train. Is there a railway? I don't think there's a railway on this map anyway. It's not a very good unit, to be fair. Oh yeah, there is one. It's a very fast unit, but it doesn't really... because it doesn't have any of the artillery traits. I don't feel like it's that useful. It only costs 2 slots, which is quite nice. But even then, there are 2-slot artillery that at least have anti-soft. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I should probably shuffle some of that in. I am running out of slots here. Shuffle in some recons. I don't find tanks to be incredibly useful in a defensive situation. To be honest. Oh yeah, of course we've got this. I thought this tactical bomber was going to be able to hit air and also hit ground, but no. Because it had pretty solid air attack for a flying unit. At 4 slots, it's way too expensive for just being a slightly better. A slightly better tactical. Okay, no retaliation, very important. Let's go with reduced slots, field repairs, because you just know it's going to be targeted by enemy aircraft. Oh yeah, I got a second fast deployment, didn't I? Lethal attack, fast deployment. I don't know if I want my anti-aircraft gun to be lethal or my anti-everything else to be lethal. Let's go with fast deployment on this. The biggest issue is there's no point in putting double attack on artillery in a defensive situation, because in previous defensive engagements we have struggled to keep these units supplied with ammunition, and double strike would just drain their ammunition even faster. I'm either going to put double strike on an aircraft or back on my infantry. And I actually think on the aircraft might be better. Because I think what will happen is I'll get set up this side of the river. The Russians will get set up on the other side of the river. Pushing just from here to here will be easy. But pushing from here, from this position to these two, will be very hard, I reckon. Especially considering how defensive this position is, with this swamp blocking the way and all these close tiles and high ground positions. So, it's going to mean that aircraft are going to be carrying the day. And Galland is quite the infantry hose machine. He hasn't killed that much infantry on this plane. But then again, I have been moving him around to bring up the strength of my aircraft. It's always a hard decision because the other unit that I like to put double strike on is this infantry because it's just such a powerful unit. But we have struggled at times to actually have 2 shots for this unit, since obviously it doesn't have like staggered movement or anything like that. A recon car with double strike can also be very good when it gets behind enemy lines, or it can move up, snipe a unit, and then move back again. That's why I also like double strike tacticals. We'll go with Galland. We'll put entrenchment busting on this one. Although double entrenchment busting on this would be amazing, but I kind of want no retaliation. Don't forget that our fighters don't fight back, so I need to hose the enemy down with taking as little return fire as possible. But the great part about double strike is that you can go out there, attack twice. Oh no, you can't heal though. We tried this before. You can't attack with an aircraft once, still have your attack move, still have your spare attack and repair. You can do it with other units, but you can't do it with airplanes. That's kind of annoying. Okay, what else are we gonna have? I might as well stick that on. You know, ignores entrenchment would also really allow him to get work done. Let's put ignores entrenchment on our dive bomber. This is a very, very, very powerful hero. This is a more powerful hero than people realize. Because think about when it's useful. So if the enemy is out in the open and they're exposed, then it's not very useful. Okay, but you're still doing full damage. But when the enemy is in a city or some other like forest, like heavy thick forest tile or something with really high entrenchment, you know, base entrenchment 4, base entrenchment 5, or you know, you've got a fortification like a bunker or a fortress or something, which is base entrenchment 5. Some of them are like base entrenchment 6. You know, 5 or 6 entrenchment is, you know, minus 50-60% accuracy for everything but infantry, and then it's still like 42 to 50% accuracy reduction for infantry. Only artillery really ignore entrenchment. So this will allow you to double your attack strength against certain targets. But most people don't read it that way, but that is actually how it is. Okay, let's... How much more light artillery have I got lying around? That's not light artillery. This is light artillery. Okay, so this is the one that I'm mostly using. I don't exactly have the greatest stockpile of it in the universe. I'll put out one of these as well. Okay, 5 artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4. The main body of my army is going to be down here to support this, and maybe to push down here and across to get these two. Don't know. It depends on how the battle develops. Still got quite a few core slots left. I do think air power will be the key here. Okay, that one's got overrun. No, I still got a T-26 lying around. Let's shuffle this tank back in. Is there actually anything new to purchase? No. Right, let's put distraction back on this guy. Can you actually... This can't go to 11 strength, right? I'm shocked that this can. I can't believe this tank only is only 2 slots. Such a great piece of kit. Okay, alright. So we got our units to hold. And go all in on aircraft, maybe. So funny. From the reserve. A spare fighter that I've never used. Maybe now on a side mission is not the right time to try and level it up though. It's a scout. If I take one of them, it doesn't leave me with enough space to take another fighter. Let's take one more fire. Let's actually take a weak fire. Let's level it up. We can use that, I don't know where I've left it. We can put aiming assistance on him. That'll help it level up. What did I put fearsome reputation on? This will help you learn. Okay, so that's my bunker buster. Okay, I put fearsome reputation on some bridge engineers so that they would damage the people that they were next to. Let's put that on a something mobile. Okay, alright. That's my great horde of anti-aircraft guns. Let's just shuffle in some more junk. Just need to control space in defensive engagements. If I lose it, I lose it. Very much a who cares situation. Some junk. Okay. I don't think there's anything else I need to do here, really. Except deploy, obviously. let's have the main army sit at the back. I don't know how aggressive the enemy is going to be. Not you. I don't know how aggressive the enemy is going to be, so I'm just going to deploy all my garbage on the front line first. We've got airport here that is definitely within operational range. We've got one here that's definitely within operational range, and then we've got another one down here which 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 is probably barely in operational range, just about. Okay. Let's get our main artillery here. We'll move this group down the center. Okay, these two battle groups should very quickly get into position to hold here. It's this bit here that I'm worried about. I've not been given a lot of operational leeway here. Wait a minute. That's 4 parts. That's 4 parts there. Stick these units here because this is a road, so should be able to just drive down the road in theory. I can't help the feeling that I'm missing something. No. No. Okay. Aircraft. I don't think any of these air bases are within operational range of anything. I need to capture this forward operating base ASAP. I guess the one that's closest to being useful is this one up here because it's within operating range of this area. This one I don't think is within operating range of anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. Ugh, no. Not good. So we'll be relying very heavily on our anti-aircraft guns in the middle lane. Okay, I'm going to presume that they've got aircraft here that are just barely going to be able to reach. So we'll try and eliminate them first and capture this airbase, then rebase to this airbase and 100% clear this, start clearing this. This airbase here is going to be free to harass the crap out of me for a while. I mean, I'm presuming that there's aircraft there, but I don't see why there wouldn't be. Okay. Alright, that's it. I think deployment is complete. It's very tricky to do a good deployment with so few core slots. In an ideal world, I think I would want more. But, you know, what the hell is that word? How do you pronounce it? Trifecta? Trifecta? It's actually not even. It's not even 3. It's not even tri. It's quad. It's a combination of this for 1 slot, bridge engineers for 1 slot, anti-tank guns for 1 slot, artillery for 2 slot, and anti-aircraft gun for 1 slot that just gives you all-around flexibility to hold a point. Being able to hold a point for 5 core slots against any threat is actually pretty solid. Okay, I don't have any heroes in reserve, weirdly. Nope, all looks clear to me. So funny about the train. If it had proper support, if it had anti-soft support or anti-heavy, anti-armor support or whatever, if it had any of that stuff, it would be useful, but it doesn't. The fact that it's 2 slots and very tough doesn't really save it from being just highly impractical unit. Alright, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this deployment. Hopefully I can just... I think the real tricky part is going to be this bit here. This is very close to the enemy. This one too. These are very close to the enemy, and I reckon they're going to be able to get in here before I can get down there and block them. So I think the main issue is going to be here. I think this will hold steady pretty readily. And this is where the main fight is going to be, and this is why I've got my units here to just push right down the center to take this pocket. I think that this will probably hold quite neatly as well. Is this the one with River Assault? Sweet. I didn't even plan that, but I just thought about it. I just thought, you know, the main city hex is on a river tile. River Assault would actually be quite useful. Lo and behold, that is the one with River Assault. Okay, yeah, that's it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time.